Not gonna lie, that thumbnail was just an excuse to use my awesome white velvet blazer. Geekies, and welcome to my review for War Dogs, directed by Todd Phillips and written by Todd Phillips along with Jason Smelovic and Steven Shin. It's about these two guys who were former high school buddies and best friends, and they put themselves a business together. And this business is about international arms dealing, and these two get into some crazy shenanigans, and it's based on a true story. And Jonah Hill plays this crazy wacko guy who just loves to be in this business. And as you watch this movie, he does some really crazy shit that makes you think, why would anyone trust or do anything that this guy tells you to do? Why would you ever follow this guy's advice? And I emphasize the word ever a lot when it comes to listening to any of the words this guy says. I really like him. He's the best part of the movie, and along with the chemistry with Miles Teller, it works really well, trying to convince him to get into this business, trying to get Miles Teller to help him out, and then Miles Teller just gets sucked into, and you listen to this guy, and if you were in Miles Teller's place, you would get sucked into that as well. He's really this passive guy, he really just goes with the flow, and he really then becomes the most intelligent one of the group. He's the serious guy to the wacky-o off crazy one of the bunch. The bunch being only the two of them, I really enjoy their chemistry. They work so well together. And listen, I'm not a fan of Miles Teller as a person, but as an actor, he really brings it all into any role I've ever seen him in, except the Divergent series, because no one can do anything good about that. There's just really a big likability factor when it comes to these two actors playing these roles in this movie. I did not like the trailers at all. I did not like the tone that it transmitted, and the tone of the movie itself is completely different. It is not a comedy. It's a serious movie about these two guys who get into some crazy shit. It has a few laughs here and there, but that's because of what the characters do and who they are, and it does not really come off as a comedy in any shape or form, but it really is funny for someone watching this as a movie that is based on a true story. If you were pumped to see Bradley Cooper in the trailers as much as I was because he was the only good part in that, don't get too excited. He's not in the movie much, but I had heard that he was in the movie very little, and in fact he was a little bit more than I thought he would be, but it's really still a very small role. He comes on and off screen sporadically through times, but there's a really big build to his character that I really enjoyed, and I enjoy what he had to do, and Bradley Cooper is always a great presence on screen. I like how this movie developed into the business aspect of what these two guys were trying to do and how they handled the situations and adversities of trying to deal arms off into the US military, into Iraq, into Baghdad, into anything. I really enjoyed the business aspect of this movie, and that is what they most focused on, and that's what made me entertained throughout the whole movie. However, the story does suffer from a few pacing issues. There are a few plot points that did not get developed enough, and others that did not get closed off. There's really no closure to some of these plot points, and the movie could have really chopped off 2 or 3 plot points and could have really chopped off about 20 minutes of this movie. Because come the end of the second act, the movie kind of develops into a plot point and a story point that really was not developed into and did not really need to be there apart from its closure. The closure could have come anywhere before that plot point and story point were really presented. And there's really some awful lighting in this movie. I'm not saying this movie should be artsy-fartsy or have some artisticness to it. It is based on a true story. It's just a story. It's not going to win any Oscars, nor is it trying to. But still, this is movie 101 because of the problems of lighting that it's presented. It really seems beyond amateur in some parts. The story is interesting because of what it focuses on. The two leads are great. There are a few plot points that do not really matter and do not really lead anywhere, but it's still, I was entertained for the runtime of the movie, but it could have chopped off about 20 minutes of it. But I still think you might enjoy it. It's not a movie that you need to rush out to see, nor do you need to rush out to see in theaters. It is an enjoyable time, and I'm going to give War Dogs a C+. What did you think of War Dogs, my beautiful geekies? Are you a fan of Miles Teller, of Jonah Hill, of Todd Phillips? Do you enjoy these movies that are based on true stories and are really just wacko out there that you don't believe that these things actually happen? Let me know what is your favorite based on a true story crazy wacko movie down in the comments below, and also comment on the movie coming out in September that should get a Q&A dedicated to it. I will announce the winner on September 1st, and the movie leading right now is still The Magnificent 7. I have a very special video coming out tonight that involves another YouTuber, a very special one to me, and you can probably guess who that is. And if you want to follow us both on YouTube, you can check out our vlog channel that is in the description below, and also stalk me on the internet through my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Pop Price Guide page. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and join our beautiful geek community, and we can be geeky united! This upcoming week we still have many other reviews, of course continuing to come to this, and of course many other special videos that I'm trying to do a collab with another channel. I'll let you know as soon as that is arranged, and of course I will see you all in all those special videos and reviews right here on the Geekness Overlord channel. Cheers!